store for you today. The hype has been building all week and we're just moments away from kick-off time. Stay tuned. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And getting ready to bring you no rules action coming right up. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Well, Derek, this should be great. No fouls, no offside and no cards. In other words, no rules completely.
The play for a Spurs throw-in. And here's the Roma starting 11. Gianluca Mancini plays alongside Evan Ndika in central defence. Leandro Paredes plays alongside Brian Cristante in central midfield. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. Oh, what an opportunity. Oh, it's just over. So unlucky.
Well, it's a cheeky attempt, but it just doesn't come down in time.
This is the starting lineup for Tottenham Hotspur. Richarlison plays with Dejan Kulusevski. Out wide, and up front, Heung-min Son is the lead striker today. Angelino, in a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. And intercepts again. Chances on. There it is, and just the ideal start.
Well, as you can see, the weight of the through ball is key to this goal, and there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Feeding it through. Good-looking move. It's still alive. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Richarlison. Just cutting off the supply. Well, clattered away. Well, for more on the injury, let's go. And he's in. And he's hit it with authority. Oh, credit to the goalkeeper. Fantastic save.
Well, in that situation, that's...
Will it be? Shot blocked, but still alive. They've gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure they're not pegged back.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the quality of the cross. It's inch perfect, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal. Well, back to the drawing board, I'm afraid. His team have been really poor today.
Dejan Kulusevski. And played in with haste. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. Dybala. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Spurs finding space on the flank. And he might be through here. Palmed away by the keeper. And held by second time of asking.
Well, he's just pulled off a great first save there. Now they can all calm down.
Excellent vision. Must be. And you need your defender to take charge. Cristante. And that's a straightforward stop. And he did well to cut it out. Heung-min Son. Oh, it was a crucial challenge. Dybala. Plenty of options. Excellent vision from Dybala. And a goal! What a magnificent display! It's such a one-sided contest here.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Three goals without reply. Maddison. He's in behind. Well, to think he only had the keeper to beat. Couldn't take the opportunity. Pellegrini. Gorgeous ball from Dybala. And you cannot argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
Blistering first half display, and just look at that score. Dybala could be threatening. Oh, fine stop. Son with the pass, but not what he had in mind. Dybala. And a good-looking ball. Well, pretty straightforward for the keeper, you've got to say. Taken away from Son. Good idea. The Tottenham possession game, not particularly smooth. Celik. Now in a more than decent position. Well, a real struggle for both sides on the possession front here. Released it nicely. Son. Well, they kept their shape defensively. Job done for now. Opportunity. Really needed to be spot on with the challenge inside the box. Can he put it away? Well, it looked so promising, but a goal kicked the outcome. Dybala. And the cross courtesy of Dybala. Well, good idea in terms of the shot, but not to be. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Richarlison. And so it is, the first half story has been written. And so back with the action here, and Spurs left with the proverbial mountain to climb in the second half. So there might be a threat, but not so in the end. Good defending. Richarlison. Sarr. And Spurs doing well to win it back. Son. On to Maddison. Real chance. What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Angelino. Dybala. It was a menacing attack, but tidied up. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. That's a lovely ball. And dealt with that ball comfortably. Can they take advantage? And nicely parried away. Well, the header was respectable, but the goalkeeper always seemed to have it covered.
Well, as you can see from the stats, Roma have been so creative when they've had possession, and they fully deserve to be winning this game. They've been absolutely brilliant.
Plenty of support here. Dybala. The timing was perfect. It had to be. Heung-min-son. Maddison with it. Maybe room here for the counter-attack. And Spurs come away with it. And into the last 30 minutes now. Dybala. Beautifully weighted ball. That is how to keep it out of the net. A short corner here. Pellegrini. Targets available, cross comes in. Well, let's give him credit for trying it, but the execution left a bit to be desired, Stuart.
Well, I think the idea was right. Unfortunately, the skill wasn't. It's well off target in the end.
James Maddison. And a fine tackle. Lacking a distinct sense of rhythm at the moment. Well, no let-up, plenty of pressure. And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. They've given it away. Well, deciding to test the keeper, but no problems really. Let's just clarify the injury situation. Our man on the side of the pitch is Geoff Shreeves.
He actually got trod on in that last challenge, so his foot is probably a bit sore.
Cheers, Geoff. Sound piece of goalkeeping. And in the right position to read it. Richarlison. And he might be through here. It could be up for grabs. In it goes! At the second time of asking, and the keeper feels hung out to dry.
Well, as you can see, the first save is a good one, but they can't react quickly enough to the second ball. The keeper's a bit unlucky, really.
Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Richarlison. Well, they're going to be very cross with themselves because that was a wasted opportunity. Paredes. Possession one. Will he find the net? And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Corner kick played in. No trouble at all as far as the keeper was concerned. And teammates around him. And in with a real chance. Must be. Well, he didn't miss by an awful lot. James Maddison. Pellegrini. Could be dangerous. And Dybala's in. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against. And then Dybala finishes it with so much quality. Just look how much power he hits this with. It's a top-class goal.
He's got to score! Oh, my word, there's excellent timing for you. What a challenge. Dybala. No good vision. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick, and the timing of the run is just as good. As for the finish, it was never in doubt.
Now, who can he play it to? Crossed into the penalty area. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really inviting ball played into the box, begging players to attack it. But from a defensive point of view, it's not good enough. They stop marking in the box and don't close the scorer down. That's just poor defending.
Well, we're underway again, and this game was finished as a contest a long time ago. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Pellegrini. Five minutes to go. Pellegrini. Well, no way through. James Maddison. Well, nearing full time, and Roma quite simply have been magnificent, Stuart.
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think they've looked an outstanding team today.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Good looking cross. And saved by the keeper. Trying to deliver it accurately. Still not clear. No defensive resilience there. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Lovely ball over the top. Oh, wasteful from Spurs. Dybala. Trying to open up the defence. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
Well, just look at this again. He moves the ball quickly, he gets beyond his marker and he keeps his composure. It's an excellent finish.
And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
You're absolutely right, Derek. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.